Hello everyone, welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle Stimpson of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and it's wonderful to have you here this evening. If you're new here, go ahead and click that live chat button. Feel free to introduce yourself and request any crystals for your healing purposes. You can request the specific crystal or just the theme, and we're going to start things off by building a beautiful crystal grid exactly to all your requests. If you are watching this as a video replay, you can, if you want to, skip ahead to the Reiki healing and past all of the crystals. That's it. Start looking at about the 1 hour 15 minute mark, or where you see the lights begin to shift. And for those of you who have been here before, thank you for coming back. Thank you for your ongoing support. It's wonderful to have you back again. So let's go ahead, take a peek at the grid, and start building. Sorry, just adjusting to some new allergy medicine. Welcome in, everyone. It's so great to see you. We've got JS. I hope you're well, too. Violet Integration, Christinella, Morgan Brindley, Aaron, welcome in. Joanna Sparkles, good to see you again. Okay, awesome. So let's go ahead and start putting in some requests. Let's see. So we're starting things off with a copper spiral. This helps break up any blockages, gets the energy flowing optimally. And also if you want to know more about me, my live online Reiki certifications, if you want to schedule a one-on-one distance session or tarot reading or shop crystals, check out learnreikiphiladelphia.com. And we'll talk about what Reiki is and a little bit more of that before we get into the healing. So let's see, we've got intentions, igniting creativity, and for love life and finding income urgently. Absolutely. It's good to see you. And violet integration, removing blockages around finances, attracting what's meant for you in the highest good, and emotional ease. Absolutely. Okay, good stuff. So let's see. Igniting creativity. Let's bring in some carnelian with some sodalite. Carnelian is all about the sacral chakra, which is the center of not just creativity, but also relationships and how we relate to each other. It's love, romance, fertility, sexual function and dysfunction. It's also great for cold, allergies, and wound healing, but generally how people get along. The sacral is absolutely where creative energy lives and where it comes from, but I find that the throat chakra is often how we express our creativity, which is a big part of it. So when I'm doing an intention around creativity, I use carnelian and I use sodalite with it. So sodalite helps with every way of expressing yourself, from written to spoken to performance to anything in between. Sodalite is wonderful for it. It helps you with speaking your truth. It's also great for homesickness, for writing, and for grounding impulses too. So that is sodalite. Very supportive of the throat chakra. Awesome. Great. And let's see who's coming in. Hey, welcome back, Sammy and Patty and Key. I'm so glad both of you are here. Awesome. Good to have you all. Love life. Yes, absolutely. Carnelian helps with attracting love and romance for sure. And finding income urgently. Two good ones for that. Red tiger eye and tourmalinated quartz. So tourmalinated quartz can be any kind of quartz, any color of quartz, in this case green, with black tourmaline in it. Now, black tourmaline repels negative energy. When it's going through quartz, it's basically breaking up really old, stuck energy. This is a great one for grounding, releasing nervous energy, breaking up old emotional trauma that's just kind of stuck and may even be manifesting in how you act, behave, think, stuff like that, but especially even really old childhood stuff. Also wonderful for breaking up scar tissue, like emotional scar tissue, physical scar tissue, and for finding new streams of revenue. So whether that's a new job, a new side gig, a new passive income stream, whatever the case may be, this helps you get really creative and find new ways to earn. Also helps with fortune, luck, and it's very protective of travelers, especially if you're traveling by car. And I know in the States, a lot of us are going to be traveling this weekend. I'm not, but other folks will. Also, red tiger eye helps us with manifesting financial abundance in a hurry. It's also very, very protective. And that's protective of the spiritual side of things, so like malevolent spiritual work or anything like that, or the very mundane side, bullying, triangulating, gaslighting, that sort of thing. There we go. And all the best to you, JS. I hope everything goes well. Martha, good to see you. Financial prosperity, you work in tech sales. Absolutely. The singing cats. One of them was singing a lot earlier. Singing in the background. Let's see. Awesome. Yeah, let's go ahead and do all the financial stuff because it seems like that's a big sticking point for all of us. So I'll do some citrine, some pyrite, and some cinnabar. Tourmalinated quartz is helpful. Red tiger eye is helpful. All of those for finances. If you work in sales or you own your own business or anything like that, cinnabar can be really helpful for calling in customers. Cinnabar, be very careful with it. The only cinnabar in my hand are those bright red pieces. It's actually mercury ore, so it's pretty dangerous. Usually if you purchase it in a store, you would be getting something like this, where only those teeny little red dots are actually mercury ore or cinnabar. This has been used for at least hundreds, possibly thousands of years to attract people to businesses. So we will bring that in. But yeah, we used mercury for an awful lot before we realized how dangerous it was. But it is very helpful for businesses. It's often been considered the merchant stone. Pyrite is fool's gold. We like to think that it calls in the real gold. It's also helpful for protecting your energy while also remaining open to intuition. It's wonderful for the lungs as well as the brain and memory. And it's also thought to help with fever. So we'll bring that in. There we go. And citrine is probably the most potent one we have for calling on financial abundance. Beautiful, like orangey brown. If you want to work with the fundamental of calling in financial abundance, you can put citrine or any stone of abundance or really any manifestation you have around it. And you can go ahead and employ Western feng shui, which is very different than Eastern feng shui because our houses aren't and our neighborhoods aren't even built to like feng shui standards, truthfully. But the financial abundance corner of your home, business, or the room that you're in is if you walk into the room with the door to your back, look to the far end of the room and the left side. That's your financial abundance corner. So you can put things like citrine there. Citrine also helps with balancing logic with intuition, helps addictions and compulsions, and it's also helpful for nausea and fibromyalgia. So let's just take a moment and ask the universe to help provide us with lots of financial abundance. Awesome. Attracting what is meant for you in the greatest, highest good. Gotcha. So we can also do, I feel like Herkimer is a good one for that. When you're asking the universe to like come in with what's in your highest good, like more or less like a manifestation. Herkimer can really empower manifestation and help you be in the present moment as well. It's wonderful for intuition as well as balancing metabolism, and it can harmonize energy when it just doesn't feel like it's in sync. So that's Herkimer. And for removal of blockages, let's actually do this. Let's bring in some smoky quartz. This helps with not only protection, it's been used since at least the Middle Ages for protection and to prevent theft, but it's also great for breaking up energy blockages, calming worry, and transmuting energy. So this can help if you're trying to change your beliefs around something, if you are trying to shift in some kind of way. This will help break up and release the older, more stagnant energy and fundamentally transform it while helping us feel calm and protected. So that is smoky quartz. So I am glad that you are here. Awesome. And good to see you as always. All the best to you. Today is the 11th birthday of your lovely cat. Oh, happy 11th. That's awesome. And I will get to everybody's request today. Okay, so that's all the financial prosperity stuff. And man, we definitely need it. Okay, let's see. I'm seeing a lot for needing some emotional ease, emotional calm. Let's bring in bloodstone, which also goes by heliotrope. Bloodstone helps. It's one of the emotional stuff hits the fan stones that I reach for every so often. It works with the heart and the root chakra. It's very deep green with little bits of red in it. It helps with lifting despair. It gives a lot of perseverance and emotional stamina even when things are just overwhelming. It can help you like take a breath and put one foot in front of the other, emotionally speaking. It helps to relieve self-doubt and also can help to calm the mind while you're meditating if you tend to struggle with a racing mind. So we'll bring that in. And Septarian, which also goes by dragon's egg. This is fantastic for muscle spasms and aches, but on an emotional level, this is a stone that can help you process some really significant stuff, even help you when you feel very emotionally raw and vulnerable to come to some conclusions, change some habits, and see things as they are, not necessarily as you want them to be, so that you can start to understand the root causes and the motivations and start to work on the underlying issues. It's great for the solar plexus, so that's your center of self-identity and free will and doing what's important to you, and also with letting go of self-doubt. It's helpful for emotional growth. It's also helpful for skin wounds too. So this is Septarian. And malachite for sure. Malachite is superb for emotional challenges. It helps us to move through the really heavy emotions and all of the feelings without ignoring it, without being numb to it, but like processing it, but not getting stuck in it. It's helpful also for arthritis, inflammation. Also, a lot of folks do suggest that it's helpful for things like the liver, the spleen, and the pancreas. So if you have any of those concerns, I hope that this supports you. Also, depression, anxiety, sleeping issues, letting go of the past in general, and processing really, really painful stuff. Also good for phobias. Also really good for phobias. So that is malachite. That is malachite. So let's see what else we have. Okay, we have some of Chris's requests. I love those. Awesome. So let's grab a few of Chris's. So rose quartz. Oh, we've got a couple of yours already. Rose quartz, garnet. I'm such a fan of garnet. And I did see requests around allergies, air quality, and the lungs. Yeah. I'm also struggling with that. I'm struggling with it less today. But I am, before I get into Chris's stones, I want to bring in some rhodonite. Oh, you did request rhodonite. Oh, awesome. Rhodonite is very helpful for healing a broken heart so that you can open the heart to love once again. It can be supportive of things like grief for the end of a relationship or even the passing away of a partner. There you go. It's even helpful for anyone who's working through the trauma of emotional abuse. It's helpful for balancing the yin and yang in the body, as well as for insecurities. On a physical level, it's great for the lungs. It's great for allergies and asthma and anything autoimmune. And that is absolutely all the things that I struggle with. So we'll definitely bring that in. Also, the pyrite is good for the lungs. And aventurine is too. Aventurine is great for allergies. So we're going to bring that in next. So there's aventurine. Okay. Oh, sorry. That is rhodonite. Aventurine helps with heart rhythms as well as allergies for sure, eye problems, and even fertility. This is one that helps you to see yourself as more capable than you might think, especially if you tend to think, oh, I can't do that, I can't do that. But really, you can. This is one that helps to support and encourage you to expand your vision of yourself. It can even help you if you feel like you're intimidated by learning something new, especially if you're learning something new about tech and you're like, I can't learn that. This is one that says, let's see if you can learn it. Let's give it a shot. So we'll bring that in. Garnet is very helpful for organization, making the most of your time, really everything executive function. It's a very Capricorn stone, being that it's the January birthstone. It makes perfect sense to me. This is courage, creativity, organization, practicality. This is looking at everything that needs to be done, finding the best way to do it, the best means of approach to be good on you for your time and also to keep things going at a good pace. Can be very helpful too for kind of grounding when things are challenging. So we'll go ahead and we'll put them right under these Herkimer's here. Yeah, this is making a plan, following through with it, all of that lovely Capricorn type stuff. Okay. And rose quartz. This is a very high vibrational heart center stone. This is pure unconditional love, and it's very strong and very consistent. This, especially alongside other stones like septarian and malachite like we have, this can help you to feel more inclined to invite in new energy to replace the old pain that we have. It's one that reminds us that there might be something better than we think there is out there to invite in, and it doesn't always have to be as painful as it has been in the past. So that is rose quartz. I'm just going to put that underneath the tourmalinated quartz. There we go. Awesome. And we'll continue to come back to yours. Jennifer Vatsa, good to see you. Jenny, I hope you're doing well. Awesome. So let's go up here. Aaron, healthy communications, the ability to love life and creativity freely. And positive vibrations. Oh, I love it. Okay, so let's see. Healthy communications. A good way to start is definitely sodalite. I'm also going to bring in lapis. Lapis is a stone that helps with deep communication, a lot of honesty based, a lot of trust, and essentially I like to basically put it as integrity, living up to what we say and things like that, personal responsibility. So it's communication that's very mindful and thoughtful. You know, am I being in my integrity? Am I speaking the truth? Am I taking into account how I'm communicating to someone else? There's a lot of very stable communication. It's not just about what's being communicated. It's about, is what I'm communicating really meaningful truth? Is this really how it's going to work out? There's a lot of integrity in that. It's also great for pain and inflammation, as well as vertigo and hearing loss. And it can really aid disorganization as well if you struggle with that. So that is lapis. Other stones of healthy communication are definitely the carnelian and sodalite combo earlier. And love and be creative freely is definitely carnelian, which is already there. And positive vibrations. I love that. Let's see. Feel like there's two that everyone's going to enjoy. One is fuchsite. This one really encourages fun. So this is very much about living freely. It's all about joy, fun, and self-care. It's getting into that creative vibe in the very playful side and really letting our inner child come out. It's also great for carpal tunnel and spinal alignment and sleep disturbances, which it looks like there's a lot of us struggling with that. So this is fuchsite. Definitely says, hey, go have some fun. Let some creativity through. You'll be better for it. And the other is honey calcite. When people talk about a good vibe stone, I often think about this. This is optimism in even challenging times. It helps to attract the best possible good matches to you. So neighbors, colleagues, new friends, new romantic partners, that they be in alignment with where you're coming from. Honey calcite is in that lovely sweet space in between the solar plexus, which is our center of free will and personal identity, and the sacral, which is how we relate to one another and how we get along. So it helps to harmonize that of, lovely boundaries and respecting boundaries and having our boundaries respected and getting along lovely and trying to, joyfully meet someone else's boundaries while they joyfully meet ours. It's a wonderful stone of just good people. So I hope that helps. Morgan, calm for emotional turmoil, guidance in how to trust the divine. Absolutely. So we've got lots of emotional turmoil type stuff, but I feel like there's some good ones that are really targeted for that. Let's see. I'm going to bring in some green onyx. Green onyx is great for grief and sadness, but especially for like when emotions get so intense that it's just too much and it feels like emotional shutdown. Like we can't move forward. We just feel kind of stuck or like just like deer in the headlights kind of thing. This helps with moving forward despite those, the emotional pain. And if you have to make decisions, helping you make good ones, even though you're not really in the ideal space to make them. But yeah, it's great for really intense emotional stuff. Helps us to process emotional grief too. Green onyx comes in usually when you see green onyx today, you'll find it to be more of like a pistachio kind of color, but some older specimens are that color. And to trust the divine, the first thing that popped into my mind was moonstone. Moonstone is all about I would describe it as a tarot reader. I see this as everything that has to do with the high priestess. And by that I mean she just sort of knows everything. She knows what's happening. She won't so much be speaking. She won't be leading. She's not a big loud presence, but she knows. And this is connection to, because the moon is connected to the lunar cycles, which controls the tides. This is, connected with all of that. This is deep knowingness. This is divine timing when the timing is not in our preferred timeline. This is connection to deep spirituality, intuition. It's also connection to the divine feminine and women's health, but wisdom and knowledge and even old spiritual truths. It helps to attract love. It's great at releasing patterns, and it's very protective during times of travel. So I feel like I want to bring in these two really pretty ones here. Moonstone can look a lot of different ways. And that one just feels like the one for today. So I hope that helps. Also with that, this stone is really good at connection to guidance and hearing that through the intuition. So yeah, very much connected with like goddess energy. So I hope that's helpful. And let me know if there's anything else. Joanna, good to see you. Want to make sure that my chat's loading properly. Okay. Sammy, you're staying with family. Oh, thanks for having this peace and harmony with all family calming, crystals for family prosperity, healing green aventurine. Got it. Request for air quality healing. Absolutely. let's put that intention out there today, healing the air quality and, also healing the climate change that's leading to the fires and all of that stuff. Peace and harmony with the family members and a calming crystal. Let's do, first of all, fluorite keeps jumping out. Fluorite I usually think of as like a chaos kind of stone, like to calm chaos, not, provoke it, but it really can create a lot of order within like a chaotic, upside down, topsy-turvy type thing. It brings a lot of relaxation despite things that are out of your control, and it helps to comfort folks, especially in like right after things have been chaotic, like newborns and their moms. So this is like a very calming, relaxing stone. So I want to bring this in first, and then I'm going to bring in blue apatite for you. So there is fluorite, which is wild that it actually like forms in these octahedrons naturally. These are not cut this way. Wow! Hey, it's a singing cat. Is that you? Are you singing me the song of your people? What's up, Gertie? Yeah? What's up? Okay. And you want to come up on my lap? You're welcome to. Want to come up? Yeah. Want to say hi to everybody? Or you just want my lap? It's up to you. Here, say hi. A healing purr for everyone. Yeah, you can sit on my lap if you want. So blue apatite, this is a great peace and harmony stone. It can really help neutralize a lot of what can go on in like a chaotic type family situation, or just like a family situation that needs some support. First of all, it's helpful for, it's hilarious. It's called blue apatite. It's great for anything around food. So like relationship with food. So this can be losing weight, gaining weight, or just healthier eating habits that are more supportive of you and where you are right now. It's also great for strengthening your energy field, so your auric field, so that you're less inclined to take on the energy of others. And it can help you to feel a lot more stable and secure. It does bring about a considerable amount of peace and harmony as well. And it also gives a lot of clarity on your soul path and confidence to walk along with it. So this can be very helpful in a situation like that. So let's go ahead and place these here. Yeah, you purring for us? That's very nice of you. That's very nice of you. Oh, the purrs. Oh, dumb purrs. Yes, a good girl. Okay. I hope that helps. Hope that helps. And I'm going to get to Patty's request next. Hey, Prudence Jane. I hope you're doing well. Oh, Patty, you're just thinking of blue apatite. Nice. Okay, so petrified wood, emerald, chalcopyrite. Aquamarine, sunstone, or aventurine. We've got aventurine, but we'll do sunstone. Aquamarine. Did I already put out aquamarine? No. Can't seem to find. Oh, there it is. Sunstone. Chalcopyrite. We've got fuchsite. We've got honey calcite. We've got septarian. We've got lapis. Let's see. Numite then. Numite is this beautiful black stone with these brilliant hits of like gold light. And this is a really lovely stone. It's like 3 to 4 billion years old. It's super old, super hard, only comes from Greenland a couple of months of the year. And it is excellent for protection and for seeing the parts of ourselves that need the healing most. It's something that you can also use when you want to be connected to the spiritual realm and the physical earthly plane at the same time. But it can help to, as you're doing any kind of self-reflection or learning about yourself, it's like you go into the depths and then you find these lovely moments of guidance from spirit, and that's this gold flashing. So yeah. So that is Numite. Lots of folks use it to put on their tarot cards and things like that to keep them clear because it's very protective. What are you doing? Oh, there you go. That's better. Sunstone kind of picks up where aventurine leaves off in terms of helping us to expand our vision of ourselves. This is like it blows the lid off of that. So Sunstone helps us to be seen, to gain some notoriety, to gain some respect. It helps with fame and recognition. Helps to bring career opportunities for sure. Also helps if you have your own business. This is one that's considered helpful for marketing, like to be seen. It's also great for staying away from people who would be exploitative with money too. It's considered very protective in that one very specific way. So Sunstone. And aquamarine helps with the fluids in the body, and it also helps with behavior. It helps to deflect pettiness and the already aggrieved. We like to joke that it's the anti-Karen stone. It helps with promoting justice, and also it's helpful for forgiveness, whether it's the I forgive you to give you another chance or the I forgive you to set myself free. Whichever the case, it's good for both. And emerald helps with skin and tissue, like the healing of it. So it's great for things like injuries. It's also one that helps us to reconnect to the joy in life, the things that give us joy in life. It's helpful for breathing as well. So for all of us that are struggling with smoky air, this is helpful for every aspect of the upper respiratory system, and helps to restore confidence about our appearance. So that is emerald. Oh, I hear another kitty singing. What you doing, little butt? And chalcopyrite, which is the kind of off gold kind of colors in here. Chalcopyrite we have found is supposed to be excellent for finding things that are lost. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this in for Patty, hoping that you find your lost item. And anything that is surrounded by lots of quartz tends to be amplified. But yeah, this can also help us to, from what I've seen, kind of if we feel very lost in thought, it can help us to find focus too. So we'll put that here for now. We'll see where it ends up. Actually, let's do... go with that. Okay. And dumortierite. I think that's it. Yeah. Dumortierite helps with... Oh, you heading out? Okay. Dumortierite helps with tidiness and with standing up for yourself. It helps with patience and with anger. It can also help improve situations that seem hopeless. And it's great for the ligaments and things in the body, so tendons and ligaments. So that's dumortierite. Let's do... Okay. And thank you, Patty. Oh, thank you, Morgan. Yeah, there's always so much commiseration with everyone. We're all going through very different things, but at their core, very similar themes. And it's been the case from day one, before this even went on YouTube and was still on Zoom during COVID. Yeah, absolutely. It's amazing to see how much overlap there is, even though it surely shows up differently in each of our lives. And I'm glad that this is helpful for you. And let's see. Martha, kidneys, constipation, lungs, back pain, better sleep, and financial abundance. We've got all the crystals out. So let's do some labradorite. Some picture jasper, constipation, lungs, back pain. Okay, so let's bring in some amazonite for back pain. This is great for the spine and the spinal nerves. It's also a superb stone for anyone who tends to overlook themselves while caring for everyone else's needs, reminding us that we need self-care. It helps to foster self-respect as well, and it helps us to see that we deserve the same caliber of treatment and respect that we show others. So that is amazonite. Lapis can help the back pain a bit too. For the constipation, let's bring in some Dalmatian jasper. Dalmatian jasper is black tourmaline going through jasper. And black tourmaline, again, repels negative energy. So this is really great at clearing our energy field. It's also wonderful for any kind of digestive upset, from constipation to IBS to everything in between. And it's great for bringing about cooperation as well. So we'll bring this in. Actually, I'm going to do some larger Dalmatian jaspers to leave some more room here. Yeah, let's put some bigger pieces around the edge. Set the intention that not only help your digestion, but also help clear all of our energy fields. There we go. Picture jasper can be helpful for the kidneys, and it can also be helpful for like positively envisioning the future and all of its potentials. It's great for kind of big picture thinking, hence the name picture jasper, but also it kind of looks like every piece looks like a picture of the desert. It's often called desert jasper for that reason too. Yeah, so this is great for new adventures or new ventures if you're starting a business or something, or starting a new school. It can be really helpful with that. It helps to unlock and root out hidden fears that might be holding us back. And it's great for moves abroad, immersion with new cultures, new language, things like that. And just, yeah, seeing big picture stuff. But it's great for the kidneys too. So we'll put that in. I hear a singing cat. What's up? What? Who's there? Oh, it's Hattie. Hi. For better sleep, we have labradorite. And I did see a request around study. This is a great one for study also. So labradorite can help with better sleep. It's massively helpful for that. It also helps to calm disputes and bring about harmony, especially in workplaces. And it's great for detailed attention to like really, really immense amounts of information. So whenever you have to pay very detailed attention to something, whether you're researching, whether you're looking for an error in lots of info, if you're doing something like coding and you're looking, rooting out errors, this can be really helpful. There we go. And you mentioned some help with your lungs. We've got some good lung stones, but why not more? Let's bring in some green kyanite. So green kyanite, this is one that helps the throat, chest, lungs, heart, very supportive of asthma. This can help with blending the spiritual and the mundane sides of life. For those of you who find it difficult and almost like you're living two lives, it helps with gaining wisdom through intuition and connection with plants and nature. So let's go ahead and place these here. There we go. Awesome. So all the best to you. Heart, good to see you. Okay. You're half here, Jen. You have to blast some death metal at the front of the house to drown out the loud neighbors. Yeah, I understand. West Philly problems, right? Ugh. So Sammy, angels much needed for ear fungus infection, allergies, endometriosis, insomnia, and stress staying with family. Gotcha. So let's do... For ear stuff, lapis is very helpful for inner ear stuff, but for like fungal stuff, we've also got let's see, moss agate. Moss agate for sure. So moss agate helps with anything in Chinese medicine. They use this for anything that they would use the term has wind, meaning it's spreading through the body quickly, but really means like an invader, like a fungus that's growing out of control, or a bacteria or a virus. This is really helpful to get the body to kind of get the upper hand. It's helpful for kind of moving through fears of the unknown, and it's deeply spiritual too. This is one that helps us connect with higher self and inner child and feel more connected to spirit and unconditional love. So let's go ahead and I'm just going to sprinkle some in here. And for endometriosis, we've got pink tourmaline. This is great for all kinds of GYN problems, all of them. But also for hormone stuff, regardless of gender, this can be very helpful, especially during puberty. But it's great for neuralgia and migraines, so definitely good for headaches. It's great for spine injuries, muscle weakness, and also mom and baby bonding. So that is pink tourmaline. Put some right here on the chalcopyrite if they'll stay. If not, that's fine too. Okay, awesome. Severe depression and anxiety, malachite. And I did see another request around anxiety. So I'm going to bring in green calcite. That's my favorite stone for anxiety. It is quite powerful too. So green calcite is wonderful for calming and easing and reassuring in times of anxiousness and anxiety. It helps with, as we discussed at the 4 o'clock stream, with laughter at yourself, laughter at one's own expense. It's thought to help nervousness as well as the physical heart, and it can also help with the physical tension that we hold when we're anxious. So have you ever felt anxious and then later on when it kind of abates, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so stiff? That's the anxiety in your physical body. This can help unwind that so you can feel physically better and also a little less tired. So that is green calcite. And I'm going to bring in Aqua Aura. This is a stone that is altered through man-made means. It's actually been processed with gold, giving it this like beautiful, vibrant kind of blue. Underneath it, it's just clear quartz. This is a stone that a lot of folks don't work with, the man-altered stones. Like, I get it. I kind of avoided them at first too, but it is really helpful for depression. I struggle with that, and like everything else in this grid and everything else I do, they're a complement to everything and a replacement for nothing. So I take my meds, I use Reiki, I work with Aqua Aura and lots of other things, and all the things that I can do to help myself. And this has been really helpful for depression. So that's Aqua Aura. So we'll put that in there. So all the best to you. And let's say for Martha's cat's birthday, let's bring out leopard skin jasper, because leopard skin jasper is wonderful for our animal companions. Great for healing, great for balance, coordination, parasites, connecting with our animal guides and guardians, and also for attracting a potential soulmate. So that is leopard skin jasper. That is our favorite animal stone here. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that around. Actually, let's see if we've got... Yeah, let's do here. Okay. Awesome. Regulating sleep and wake energy for Jen. Energy balance, communication, motivation. Lots of communication stuff. So let's do regulate sleep, wake energy. And moonstone. So let's bring in some bumblebee jasper. This one helps with mental focus as well as energy and vitality on the physical level. This is one that like makes you want to get up and get going and get to work. It helps to ignite a lot of passion and joy into the work that you do. It empowers manifestation, it aids decision making, it balances yin and yang in the body, which can also help regulate that sleep-wake cycle. Rhodonite also helps with that. It's great for collaborative work and positivity, confidence, and moving forward. Bumblebee jasper does have sulfur and arsenic in it, so I never recommend putting stones in water to make a gem elixir, but especially maybe not that one. Not that one, and not cinnabar. And you've also got blue lace agate, sugilite, moonstone. So moonstone's in there. So let's do some blue lace agate. This can help with communication in saying things that can be really emotionally difficult to say, and also softening what we have to say if it's going to potentially hurt someone else's feelings. It can make things a little bit lighter. It also helps the throat, any kind of throat pain or scratchiness in the throat. This can be helpful for. It's great for tension headaches, skin allergies, and also arthritis and fractures, but really communicating emotionally difficult things. So that's blue lace agate. There we go. Oops. And sugilite. Let's bring that in. Where did I place sugilite? Here it is. So sugilite is a great stone of the third eye and the crown, particularly where we connect to one another. It reminds us of the interconnectedness of everyone and everything, and that what we do to others, we're doing to ourselves often. And it can help with global awakening as well. So sugilite, wonderful, wonderful stone. It can look a lot of different ways. So just putting that out there. If you look for it online, it could look a lot of different ways. It can be very light. It can be very dark. It can almost let a little light through or none at all. And we got Moonstone. So all the best to you. And if you feel like you need a break from your side of West Philly and you want to come over and hang out at my side of West Philly, I will be around through this Independence Day weekend, Jen. I'm not going anywhere, except maybe the backyard. I did buy some marshmallows, so there will be a fire pit at some point. So let's see. Adding to Key's messages. When you use those sprays, put your head forward. It really, really helps with the potential unpleasant side effects. Thank you. That's good to know. Guilt and gaining more self-sufficiency. Your little nephew's inside of your sister-in-law and the healthy baby department. Awesome. Let's do the stone of healthy babies, healthy mommy, fertility, and all that good stuff, as well as fluids in the body, circulation, quitting smoking, and metabolism, and the heart in general. Unakite. This is wonderful stone for, this is good for a woman at any stage in life, whether it's onset of menses or like menopause and everywhere in between. Absolutely love it, but it's great for healthy babies. Healthy babies. Also, pink tourmaline is helpful too. That is Unakite. And Snowflake Obsidian helps with processing guilt, misplaced guilt, the guilt that we hold. Guilt is one of those funny feelings. Often folks that are holding on to it and feeling it the most are the folks who've done the least to, bring it on. This also helps to break up patterns that keep us stuck and helps to reorganize those based on some new intentions and new ways of going forward. It helps to calm overstimulation, and it balances the body, mind, spirit connection. It helps to bring about serenity and peace and hope after loss, and it helps with clairaudience, which is hearing spiritual guidance. So spiritual hearing. So let's go ahead and place this here and here. So that's Snowflake Obsidian. Okay. And all the best to you, and let's see, gaining more self-sufficiency. Yellow calcite. Optimism, self-confidence, really supports the solar plexus, which is the center of self-identity, following our own free will, boundaries, and confidence. Really healthy confidence. Helps you to prioritize your tasks and how you use your energy to support what's most important to you and not necessarily everyone else, which can be tough. So yellow calcite going in there. It also brings a fair amount of happiness and joy. It encourages us to bring our inner light out into the world. So all the best to you, Jenny. I hope you're doing well, and lots of love to your Aunt Jane. There we go. Ease anxiety associated with new beginnings for work and studying. Gotcha. So we definitely got that with the green calcite, but I want to bring in some tiger eye for you. This one can help research and study, as can labradorite too. But this is wonderful for it. It's very encouraging. It gives you lots of courage, strength, and balance. Lots of protection against envy and jealousy. Big picture thinking, entrepreneurship, like being able to look at everything from like a bird's eye view and go, okay, what do I need to do? How is it best for me to do it? So this garnet, and this garnet, labradorite, lapis, all those stones can help you figure out the best way to set up your studies and get it done. And yeah, I hope that helps the anxiety too, but definitely the green calcite will help. So let's put you right there. All right. Whoop. We're gonna make more space. In fact, I'm gonna take the green calcite and put it outside to earn us just a little bit more space. Try to fit in as many stones as we possibly can. All the best to you, Prudence Jane. Hey, Kanta. The fabulous growth of all your businesses and of all our businesses and yours, Danielle. Oh, thank you. Yes, please. All of us. Let's all succeed together. All of us. Jen, Violet Integration, everybody else. Absolutely. Thank you, Kanta. And we've got Cinnabar to help empower that. Lucid dreaming, astral projection, journeying in your dreams. Yeah, iolite. This is good for shamanic work, psychic sleep disturbances, if it's keeping you up. This can be very helpful. It's also good for spiritual sight or clairvoyance, and any kind of visionary meditation that you might do too. This can be helpful, as can pre-night helps with lucid dreaming. So this is iolite. So let's see where we shall place you. Let's place you here and here. Yeah. And pre-night helps with spiritual learning. It helps facilitate teaching and learning of anything spiritual, which sometimes does come in our dreams. It's great for prophecy, divination, lucid dreaming especially. But even if you're reading tarot cards or any way that you connect to spirit to gain answers, any way that you do that, pendulum, anything, pre-night can be super helpful. It's also great for if you struggle to say no to unfair demands. This can be really supportive too. And it can also help to stop a wandering mind when you're meditating. This and bloodstone both can. So let's place you here. And you here. Yes. Okay, there we go. We're making room. We're making room. Hope that that's helpful for you. Okay. Yeah, we got some blue apatite in there. Yeah, lots of synchronicities tonight. Yeah, blue apatite is in there, but I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more. Let's see if I can find it. Sometimes we're just all synced up, and you know what? That's every night. It really is. Since we started this in the very beginning, when we were still on Zoom, communal chi is a thing. So we don't always talk about this. I used to talk about it more, but one of the concepts at the root of this is that of communal chi. Communal chi is the concept that the more people come together with the same or similar intention, the greater the healing, the greater the energy potential of that intention is. So that's why it feels better to meditate in a group or do yoga in a group or, pray or sing in a group. But same kind of thing here. We'll also see a lot of the synchronicities because we're all interconnected and moving through similar themes, albeit in very different scenarios. So this is some bigger blue apatites, one that's tumbled, one that's raw. And I'm just going to go ahead and put 2 here. Let's see, now I'm going to put 1 here and 1 here, and then I'll balance it with something else. But why not have all of it if we're feeling it? Yeah, and that will also help weight loss or weight gain. whichever you're looking for. And I am doing okay, thank you. Hubby's not feeling well, not sure if it's air quality issues, COVID, or a simple virus. Ooh, definitely have some moss agate in there. Sharmi, it's good to see you. Be more forgiving of yourself and ground yourself back to your own energy and alignment. Absolutely. Forgiving of yourself is absolutely aquamarine, which is here and here. It can be very, very helpful for that, as can snowflake obsidian. That's where we get into like misplaced guilt or misdirected guilt or being angry at ourselves. That can be really, really helpful, which is also in there. And grounding back into yourself and your own energy and alignment. Dalmatian jasper, yellow calcite will be very helpful. I want to bring in some epidote for you. This can really help with negative self-talk. Like if you yell at yourself, in a sense, this can be really helpful with breaking that habit. I've worked with it for that, and it's been amazing, the shift for me. But it's also great for illness and injury to help bounce back from that. The brain and Parkinson's, connection to the fairy realm, as well as just the nervous system in general and the skin. So that's epidote. Let's go ahead and place you here and here. And I think all those will help you, Sharmi. And accepting diversity. Yeah, absolutely. And decency and like the interconnectedness and the oneness of all things. That's Sujilite for sure. Yeah, that's like enlightenment. It's very crown chakra, third eye chakra. Like knowing that we're not really all that separate. So that can help. Oh, I just read the story about the deer and the deer in headlights. My goodness. Let's see. To support Jen with West Philly eye roll stuff, yeah, that's why Hart was asking if I was okay. I mentioned this at 4:00, but yesterday there was a hit and run in front of my apartment. Someone was on a scooter and they were hit by a car. And being that it's this neighborhood, we heard somebody yelling at the person he hit and we all ran out, me included. I ran out with like clotting gauze, cell phone in hand, videotaping the guy running away. Neighbors were already out there. Did our best to take care of the guy. He wouldn't go to the hospital or anything. He needed to. But that's more of an American problem. But in any case, I was able to my neighbor and I were able to take what was left of his bike and put it in our yard after we drained all the gas out of it that was leaking onto the sidewalk. Thankfully, my neighbor had a gas can. And so we have the bike stored in the back. I sent him home in an Uber. I hope he's well. But yeah, it was definitely jarring. So yeah. Ugh. So West Philly vibes. Let's bring in the black tourmaline. Black tourmaline is great for repelling negative energy. It is, I've gone so far as to crush it up and sew it into curtains. It's South Philly tested and approved. I've also used it in West Philly with a considerable amount of success. So black tourmaline, yeah, let's keep those jabroni vibes at bay. Let's do that. Let's, no judgments, but keep that energy away from me, please, and thank you. There we go. Yeah, but like anything, it was a rough moment and you saw the worst of people and the best of people at the same time. So yeah, there's jabroni vibes for sure. Okay, so let's see. I think I've got everybody. Oh yes, thank you for the reminder, Catherine. Don't forget to hit that like button. I always forget the YouTuber stuff. Yeah, this group is very aligned. Releasing anger and frustration? Absolutely. Okay, so that'll be the last one. Anger and frustration. Anger, demurderate is very helpful. And howlite is great for anger, resentment, frustration. It's also great for teeth, hair, bones, and the joints. So if you're having joint pain, if you have bone density issues, I do, this can be just wonderful. So there we go. White howlite is so underrespected, in my opinion. So many folks want to just sell it as white turquoise or dye it into something else and sell it as something else because it takes to dye very well because it's so white and it's so porous. But it's superb for anger, resentment, frustration. It's so helpful to have in the car for those things. But what it does for bones and joints is amazing. So we will definitely bring this in. And let's put this... there and there. Awesome. Thank you, everyone. So yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to go ahead and do that thing where I explain what Reiki is and how to make the most of this session. So if all of you wouldn't mind helping me engage that communal chi to raise the energy for an optimal session for all of us and to help clear the energy of your space too, go ahead into the chat. And if you haven't already hit the like button, please consider doing so. But go into the chat and share anything that you're grateful for, anything at all. Gratitude powerfully lifts energy. So go ahead, share whatever you're grateful for that you feel comfortable sharing in YouTube. I'll explain the Reiki business and then we will get into the healing. So as I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name is Danielle Stimpson and I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. Everything that you're seeing here, anyone can do and I can teach you. You can learn more about things like my live online Reiki certification courses, my one-on-one sessions for healing and for tarot readings, as well as shop my Reiki Charged Crystal collection at learnreikiphiladelphia.com. Martha, I did resend your order. It's on its way. You should have it very early next week at the latest. Just putting that out there. So what is Reiki? Well, Reiki has become more or less like a catch-all term for energy healing or healing in general. But specifically, I work with Usui Reiki. This particular technique is named after the method's founder, Mikao Usui, who created this system in early 1920s Japan. And it's a very unique system because at that time in Japan, it still was not okay to teach anything that looked like religion. And so this is a very spiritual practice, but it is also very secular, and it invites you to bring your understandings with you into this system rather than tell you how to think, which I think is a big part of why it resonates with us so much in the West. Usui's technique is very supportive. It's meant as a lay practice, and anyone can learn it very easily. Essentially, the concept of energy, that's the foundation of Usui's method. For that, we can best look at Shintoism. It's the indigenous spirituality of Japan. And this is, to this day, still a huge part of their culture and how it's thought that energy works in the universe and just how we're all interrelated. So in Shintoism, the concept is that everyone has a soul and all of those souls are interconnected and inextricably linked, just like we were talking about with Shungite. And it's thought that spirit, however you might define that, would be sending this life-sustaining, animating energy that we all have through that interconnectedness, and that moment to moment, every moment of our lives, we're working with that energy in a very subtle but very profound way. And that even if we're not aware of that energy culturally or personally, it's exactly what our body, mind, and spirit are always working with to bring us into the greatest sense of balance and healing that we can be in a particular moment. And today, using Usui's techniques, I'm going to connect to that energy and direct more of it to you, encouraging your body, mind, and spirit to do what they're already doing with even more of a great supply of energy. So during the session, you may feel some physical sensations. You may have some emotions rise up or get released. Mentally, you may hear your subconscious, or you may be able to mentally parse out some things that have been difficult to process. Spiritually, you may come to a realization. You may have some intuition, whatever the case may be, and you may even have just a really relaxing nap. But more than likely, your individual session will look like some perfect combination of all of the above. During the session, what do you do to make the most of it? I just suggest that you find the most comfortable place for you and do whatever feels right. You can sit up, you can lay down, you can close your eyes, you can snore, you can pop on the floor and do a few yoga stretches, you can journal, whatever feels right to you, that's the way to do it. You also don't have to focus on anything. You don't have to keep your mind silent. Just being exactly who you are and simply being open to the energy will absolutely support you in doing all those things. So as I'm sending, I will send for 25 minutes. I will turn down the lights. You'll notice that the lights will move slowly and gently through several different colors. At no point will they flash or strobe. I'll turn up the music. If you want to learn more about our musical creator, she is linked at the bottom of the description, so you can enjoy her channel and her website anytime that works for you. And let's see what else. Yeah, I think that's about it. So let's go ahead and get cozy. I'll send for 25 minutes. At the end, I will reopen that chat so that I can answer any questions or hear any impressions that you had during your session. I generally leave the chat open if you want to chat with each other, but I'm not able to respond. And I'm so grateful all of you are here. It's a wonderful thing to be able to share this healing energy with all of you. So thank you for spending your Friday evening with me. I am here 5 times a week, same days, same times. Also, if you are watching this as a video replay, hello from the past, the energy will be connected to you through the interconnectedness and oneness of all. If you are miles or kilometers away, it'll reach you just the same. If you're watching this in the future, it'll meet you just the same. So also for those of you who are here, if you ever do need a Reiki session and I'm not live, pick any of the over 300 now videos that we have and just go ahead and enjoy one of the past healing live streams in the playlist so that you can feel good wherever you happen to be, whenever you need it. And thank you so much for being here. So let's go ahead and get into the healing. Ooh, pretty. Let's see. Awesome. I think that works for me. That looks so pretty. Well done, everyone. And I absolutely love all the well wishes. I can just feel the vibes when you all were typing. I appreciate it so much. So everybody, oh, Catherine, good to see you. And so everybody go ahead, get nice and comfy. I'm going to send you some healing and we're going to feel so much better. So enjoy your session and I'll see you in about 25 minutes. invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly come back to your body. Move your fingers and toes or gently stretch. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. It's been an honor and a privilege sharing this healing with all of you. I don't know about you, but I certainly feel better. If you have any questions or anything to share, go ahead and use the chat. And I will return for all my normal streams are on as scheduled. Sunday at 8 p.m., Tuesday at 8 p.m., Wednesday at 4 p.m., Fridays 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. All East Coast US time, even though it's Independence Day Tuesday. Thank you. Same to have a wonderful weekend to you too, Catherine. You're so welcome, heart. Yeah, it's been a rough week. Lots of bombshells in 2 days. Sadly, not surprising, but still disappointing. You're welcome, Joanna and Sharmi and Martha and Jennifer and Sammy. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend. And yes, like I said, the tarot for all 12 signs are up, so go and enjoy those. This healing group is amazing. I'm so grateful for all of you. Seriously, thank you so much. You're welcome, Patty and Key. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, definitely. I hope this is a nice weekend for all. And thank you. You guys really did inspire quite the beautiful grid. The little fur baby slept through it. They're in their other favorite spot, which is my fake headboard pillow thing fell behind the bed, and they have claimed it as their own. So they like to sleep under my head. So they are currently right there under my bed. Yes, enjoy your weekend, everyone. Be safe. Be safe. All those of you in the States that are celebrating the Independence Day weekend. And to everyone in Canada and the U.S. dealing with the smoke from the wildfires, lots of love to you and your lungs. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready to pull the stream to a close with an abundance of gratitude. Remember to take care of yourselves and each other. Take care of yourself, Chris, as you vacation out in the woods. Have a beautiful weekend. I hope to see you again soon. Take care and bye for now.